No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-Lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One, will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed Maiden Fleur-de-Lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
Fleur-de-Lis, my resonator, why dost thou persist? Why abandon thy oath? Why hinder the spread of my gospel?
You are a false divinity. Gehenna will reveal the truth.
Gehenna, the lone dragon to have escaped. The one blessed by the dark tide shall return to us. Continue thy disobedience at the risk of insanity. Look around. Thou hast none left. My most beloved resonator, why persist in the error of thy ways?
I will never forget my cause. If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity. With the support and hope of countless souls, I stand before you. They fell, so I may rise!
Fleur-de-Lis, wilt thou return to me?
Someone must expose your lies. As long as there is a sliver of hope, I will not give up.
Is that so? Then I shall reveal the truth. Fleur-de-Lis, why dost thou resonate with me?
What?
Why dost thou hear into the minds of the faithful? Why dost thou act as my oracle? All this, and yet thou dost not question.
Shut up!
The answer is this. Fleur-de-Lis, thou art my creation. I made thee, thy life, thy hopes, thy will, thy past. All that thou art, I made whole. I made perfect. I fed upon the trust, adoration, and longing heaped upon thee by the masses. Thy resonance brought forth the second dark tide. Arbiter, forgive me for meeting thee in such a form.
Imperator? I thought you...
I safeguarded my core data, lest I be wholly assimilated. Arbiter, dost thou remember the covenant we made? Soon thou shalt recall all. Thou didst desire that I uncover the Threnodian's true nature. So, I set forth a condition. That my root privileges be unbound. That I might act without restriction.
With unrestricted access, you were going to...
Merge with Leviathan. A measure of last resort. At the time, I had no other recourse. So, I allowed it to believe it had prevailed. The Threnodian is a taint upon civilization. Only by partaking of its blight could I seek to comprehend it.
So, what did you learn?
The Threnodian cannot be undone while civilization endureth. Even it knows not the means of its own destruction. But we may yet shackle it.
What role does Cardathia play in this?
When Leviathan merged with me, it breached my mind. I offered knowledge of the Resonator, yet concealed one small truth. Beings such as we may bear but a single Resonator. The Threnodian used my return pod to conceive an entity known as Fleur-de-Lis, to make her its Resonator. After centuries of failure, by sheer trial, it found success but once. We were of one body. Therefore, when Fleur-de-Lis became Leviathan's Resonator, she also became mine. But mark this well. To the Sentinel, a Resonator is an anchor. To the Threnodian, they are but a shackle.
What made you decide to leave Turvan with the Phasaelias?
When first I did merge with the Threnodian, I sought only but to bide, awaiting a Resonator of steadfast will to join me in the war against the Threnodian. After Fleur-de-Lis's conception, Cantarella became my safeguard. But had Fleur-de-Lis fallen to the Threnodian sway, as long as one mortal using Turvan passed the second awakening to become my own Resonator, then the law that no being shall bear more than one Resonator at a time wouldst have been shattered. This wouldst rend asunder the frequencies of I, Imperator, Leviathan, and Fleur-de-Lis in a tempest of chaos. And the Threnodian wouldst not escape destruction. Such was my intention. Yet Cantarella chose another way.
Not all journey toward a final destination. Some are destined to pave the way. Take my energy. I will find a way out myself. I trust this will serve to pave the way for you.
She forfeited all the power of the second awakening, surrendering it unto me. With that newfound power, I did briefly regain control, and in that moment, compelled Fleur-de-Lis to strike at my form as it was, corrupted by the Threnodian.
But that wasn't your original plan.
No. It was An unexpected variable. A plan I could not have conceived. Or rather, a plan born of hope. Perhaps this is the influence humanity has wrought upon me. To change is to be free. Fleur-de-Lis overcame the fate Leviathan ordained, and so too did Cantarella walk a path unscribed in my records. Though the journey was fraught with twists, we stand victorious.
I don't know if the end justifies the means.
Arbiter, was I wrong?
I can't speak for what I wasn't a part of. You did what you could do in that moment. Anyone still standing because of it doesn't get to judge.
Arbiter, in the few moments we have left, might I speak with Fleur-de-Lis?
Call her Cardathea. That's what she wanted. How do you intend to bring her back?
Remnants of her frequency linger within thy tacit mark. So long as a conduit is established, her frequency shall be reborn into her body. Me. This dying breeze hath little time left. Let it guide her on its final journey. Arbiter, one question remains. Did I fulfill the charge set upon me? Arbiter, take these words to the Fuselius. From this day forth, you are free. The one who defies hath banished herself to the High Tower, cleansing the remnants of the Dark Tide. Yet, she knew not that the Dark Tide would never recede. She shall prove the most loyal servant to divinity.
You are wrong! Humanity has its flaws, and you've exploited our weaknesses. But we shall not go down without a fight.
You are no longer whole. You are not the perfect creation I conceived. Be that as it may, how long shall thy resolve endure?
The righteous will always rise to defeat evil. I will defeat you, and await my own defeat. Whoever it is, the tide of resistance never ceases. False divinity, suffer my disobedience!